How are we doing with food? We're doing alright with food, actually. Can we get that mopped up? Because that's causing some issues. I'm so sorry, Alacrabs. Perhaps I should work on the hospital and shower area. I'd like the massage area to be in here. And then we'll probably have a little wall there. It'll just be a nice little side room. Nice and quiet. Cut off from the rest of it. Then we'll have this be a rec room. Down here we can have a hospital and a shower area. Now the problem is I'm going to need 4 showers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the wall would be about there. So that gives us this space to make an actual hospital. Now to make a hospital, or to make it a hospital room at least, we need a medical equipment, a toilet, a mess table, no industrial machinery. Minimum size 12 tiles. That's easily minimum size. So, a triage cot would exist probably about here. A sink. Toilet and a mess. Oh man, that's such a small room. But I want to have 4 showers because there's going to potentially be 4 duplicants wanting to use the shower. That being said, using a shower is not a necessity. Oh, I do have a Draclet stuck in a wall. Let me just open that up. Hey, Wonderbolt, how you doing, mate? Hello, Raiders. Hello, everyone. You caught me while I'm struggling with the fact that I have no idea how to handle an Oasis map. My ineptitude is on show for everyone. Oh no. How you doing? What were you playing, mate? You're gonna not so silently judge me. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if a couple of you happen to know what you're doing with Arnie, the help would be appreciated. I have not played Oasis map, and I really, really have not got much of an idea how I'm meant to handle this kind of heat buildup and the lack of algae and things like that. You gotta go do errands. I'll take care, mate. Have a good one. Oh, you were doing Terraria prep for 1.4. Nice. Very nice. I'm really looking forward to Terraria 1.4. Thank you so much for the cheer there. Just joking. I have no idea what I'm watching, but it looks rad. Okay, well, we'll slow down time a little bit. Oxygen Not Included is a kind of... Well, I don't want to say tech focus because it's really not tech focus. It's got a bit of a science-y focus. It's not hard science. The game takes a lot of liberties with things, but it is definitely more sciencey than your average game. It's a colony management sim, effectively. You have a bunch of duplicants. They have needs that you need to manage. Need for food, need for using restrooms, sleep, that sort of stuff. And above all, a need for oxygen. Now that's where the game's name comes in. Oxygen Not Included. Trying to provide for just the respiratory needs of your colony is one of the game's first hurdles that you learn to overcome. Maybe. Then you've got getting enough food for them, keeping the temperature. There's temperature is simulated. There's a lot of stuff going on in this game. A lot of little things you can do, tricks you have to employ to try and manage it. I say it's sciencey rather than hard science because I've got who's stuck in there? It's a shine bug. Let me let you out, little shine bug. I say it's sciencey because it takes some pretty honking great chunky liberties in some places. For example, a common term you'll hear people playing Oxygen Not Included is heat deletion, things like that. Many of the fundamental laws of our universe are not strictly respected. You can absolutely delete energy from this universe and create it, and some of the really fundamental laws are not preserved, or rather not respected. But it leads to quite a fun game. You can have perpetual motion devices, things like that. You can have a device that creates uses electrolyzers to split oxygen and hydrogen out of water, but generates enough hydrogen that you can pump that through a hydrogen generator to provide more power than the electrolyzers and pumps use. So it becomes a self-sustaining loop, a SPOM, as they are known, self-powering oxygen maker, and just little things like that. Most of the time, it's just funny, quirky stuff that you just learn to work around. Sometimes it's a little bit more egregious, but generally speaking, it's very, very fun. How many dupes ended up in walls or something and needed saving? 2. 2 so far. Dropping some blue cheese. Thank you. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Blue steak is one of my favorite meals. You know, for all the goofiness of it, I've yet to see a colony management sim that considers this many of the aspects of real space would require. You know, obviously the response there being space engineers, but the thing with space engineers is less of a game and more of a simulation, whereas Oxygen Not Included is more of a game than it is a simulation. It just does the simulation part very, very well on top of it being a game. I'd say that the Space Engineers is very much a tech sandbox. There's not much game there yet, in my opinion, with Space Engineers that I've seen, at the very least. A lot of it is just focused on, like the gamey parts of it are superficial. They're added on top of the kind of the tech sandbox game, rather than an integral part of it. To be fair, in theory, the hydrogen generator is a fusion plant. The only issue is they don't have the helium output. That's most of the sciencey issues. The simulation not being fully complete. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, they've taken a lot of liberties with liquid and gas simulation because, frankly, it crippled lots of powerful machines trying to run that much of a simulation. So they've taken shortcuts here and there where they needed to. Right, so what are we working on right now? We're currently researching, and it looks like we're very close to having finished ranching, and that will be very nice, and we'll want to prepare the ranch over here. Now, the thing with the ranch, we are going to probably need to isolate it. Am I wearing my headphones on the wrong way? No, I'm not. I'm not sure what's up there. You know what? That might be something that we need to get to, but trying to get to it is the problem. There, that being said, this is not particularly hot. I mean, I say 50 degrees. That is hot. It's very, very hot. Who knows? This might be exactly what we need. Let's poke our heads over there. Find out what that is. Someone's going to have a fun time getting over there. Yeah, the old gas and liquid sim was pretty rough on machines. We needed a very, very good machine to have any chance of that simulation not going awry. We'll also pull this apart. There we go. Right, finished researching ranching, which is all we need. I mean, getting the incubators would be nice, but it's not necessary. Is there anything else we really, really need? Not really. No, time for us to get the electrolyzer, I think. Oh, no. Why am I still building on priority 8? Mind you, I probably want to build most of this on priority 7, to be fair. In fact, that entire column needs to be a priority 7. Let's finish off the insulation on that side as well. But some of it a little bit less than others. In terms of the printer, we got some Joya seeds. We got... we've got Harold, but they're biohazardous. Lyra is not bad. Farming and doctoring. I wouldn't mind a doctor, but right now we're not producing enough oxygen for the dupes that we've got, so taking on more would be a bit of a dumb move. I'll take the Joya seeds though. What's your comfortable? You will survive all the way up to 100 seed. This is fantabulous. Uproot these plants. Even though that one only just started to not be awful. Come on, uproot. Now. I want the joy seeds in there. So, you want to play a colony magic game? Awesome. What do you want the main threat to be? If aliens and raiders, play RimWorld. If math and radio calculations, math and ratio calculations, play Factorio. If your own colonists, play Prison Architect. If physics and fluid heat dynamics, play Oxygen Not Included. Yeah, that's a really, really good summary there. Oh, we have got ice in... Oh, thank goodness. We're cooling the room down with an icy fan. Happy days. Happy days indeed. Finally getting some of that ice from over here. I'm surprised there was even ice left. Oh, but there we are. Yeah. It must have dropped the temperature in the surrounding rock, material enough that the ice could sit there for a while before it melted. All the ice on that side is melted, though. That's a pretty chunking great body of water. Hey, Splatty, how you doing, man? Hello, Raiders! How are the Nerd Castle this evening, lords and ladies thereof? I've had so many people talking about Stars Without Number, Splat, today. I don't know what's gone on, but I've had a lot of people talking about nostalgia trips about Ulysses and Sky Beast, and it's been crazy. Yeah, it was a hugely long time ago. That's the thing. Are you playing House Flipper? How did it go, man? Did you manage to make a decent return on your investment, or did you get kind of sucked in? Did you stop trying to actually sell the house? Did you make the house of your dreams secretly? The furniture sets don't match. It made my teeth hurt. I love that game. I honestly love that game for the amount of just so many streamers and YouTubers just play that. You can hear their brain just sort of screeching internally as they're having to deal with things like not being able to get the right furniture, and you're like, this is marvelous. Usually I watch you play Factorio or something, and right now you're just trying to get a house to look right. Right, let's get you in there. Joya seeds should be able to handle the heat, and inevitably we'll make that into a great hall, which will get everyone's spirit up a bit. Yeah, Lady Sheila played a lot of House Flipper, and that was a constant complaint she had. You did make a profit on your mismatched house. Let's hope it was like a really, really eccentric buyer. They're just going to keep going with the theme. It's just going to slowly... I mean, after a certain point, it stops hurting that it's mismatched. It's kind of like the uncanny valley. If it's just a little bit off, it's completely repulsive. In the same way that, you know, these lifelike animatronics, you can tell they're not real. You're not even sure how, but you can tell, and it makes you feel weird looking at it because it's so close to the real thing. But if you look at some, you know, wonky old clunky robot, it's not even trying to look like a person, you've got no issue with it. It's like, no, that's fine. It's an aesthetic choice now. It's the same thing with houses. If someone is, it's just a little bit off, like a picture frame, just a little bit askew, it's like, no, I've got to fix it. If that picture frame is full on like 45 degrees angle, it's like, well, you've clearly done that on purpose. It doesn't bother me anymore. Well, it's been fun, but I gotta go to sleep and prepare for a funeral tomorrow. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Hollow Soul. I mean, I was gonna say I hope you have fun, but that's really not appropriate. I hope it goes well, at the very least. Take care, mate. Have a good one. Oh, did I? I'm so sorry, Zangiru. Thank you very much for gifting Nightbot a sub there. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Did Nightbot lose its sub? As I no wonders it. I wonder about that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's some sort of shenanigans going on with that. It didn't even have a bathroom and they still bought it. Well, there you go. Definitely eccentric. Not gonna lie, if a place has got a good bathroom, I may well get it even if I don't think it's right for me. There we go. Let's get rid of those. I am going to need super hard digging, finally. But can we get it? Yes, we can. Oh, wait. Oh, buggery. We're going to need super duper hard digging to get through obsidian, aren't we? Well. I'm not going to get Roboto in anything right now. I am going to get the Force, so improved carrying. Talk. Honestly, improved carrying 2 is your jam, so let's grab that one. I think we're going to save the rest. I want to see Talk's morale get better before I spend skill points there. It's part of the streamer's love pack. You're going to work out for a little while. You'll be back and have the stream still up. Sorry, will be back and have the stream up still. Thank you very much, Cold Death. Take care, mate. How much stream left? What's the time? We've been going for almost 6 hours. We'll be going for another 3. Alright, so things are slowly getting together. There's a little bit of carbon dioxide over there, but not enough for me to want to keep it, the oxyfen there. So we can get rid of these ones, move them over to our little CO2 trap down here. But it's going to be a while before we can dig into that, unfortunately. Let's look at this heat. This heat is moving around. Heat is way too hot up there. The heat is dangerously hot over here. Is it that bad on this side? Yeah, it kind of is. So, up in this direction, it's not that bad, though. Interestingly. I wonder what this is. Is it possible this is something really good? You know what? I kind of want to know. If we're lucky, I'll be able to tell what it is by just looking in there. It is a bit too hot in here for me, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Alacramps. Much sadness. Moderate wounds. I always feel bad when they're just hobbling around with their moderate wounds. Looking really disappointed in their life. I failed you, my people. More sort of dangerous tools in the hands of Chet. Yeah, and that's why I limited to only 4. But I had 2 run over from the last stream, so I'm honouring those as well. Right, okay. Get in this room to a barely deathly 39 degrees C. It's not too bad. I have no idea what that is in freedom units, I'm afraid. Right. I feel that I kind of need to insulate my my hat ranch. That being said, animals tend to not matter. Well, not matter. What did I just say? Animals tend to not care about temperature as much. I have found. I wonder about this. We need an area of, I believe, 96 tiles. Is that right? Let me double check. I think it's 96 for a stable. Yeah. Okay, well that would be 12 tiles, 12 by 8 tiles. Oh. That would be 12 by 8. Now, if we were to extend it up to here, that's not 8 by 13, but you've got to account for the tiles that wouldn't be being used up, that wouldn't be exposed tiles. So if I had something like, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so something like that. And then, for the sake of it, we'll just draw this wall up. I'm trying to plot this out ahead of time, you see. The thing with ranches is that the way that the critter evaluates the size of their pen is that the amount of free space it has doesn't necessarily check whether it can actually get to that free space, only that it exists in its enclosure. So, with that in mind, you can do a couple of things to make ranching a little bit easier. For example, this little space here would probably be large enough for a single... actually, I'm not entirely certain on that. Does anyone happen to know how large of an area an auto sweeper covers? Oh yeah, and half the time that I've done stupid long streams is just because I got sucked into a game. 100%. You just looked it up. 39C is 102F. Yes. I will take your word on it. It's a 9 by 9 area. Okay. So this would work. I could have an auto sweeper in here, maybe there, covering this entire area comfortably. This is 8 tiles wide. I could stretch it to 9 if I really wanted to. That might be not a bad idea. Especially given that I'm currently shaving off 18 tiles. So if I have a look at this, 8 by 12, that gives us 96. Shave off 18, that puts us down to 72. 78, sorry. That brings us back up to 86. Yeah, it's the wrong shape. I mean, I could have it this shape, actually, but it doesn't allow us to keep the maximum amount of hatches in there. Unless... could shunt it over a little bit more. That would give me the 9x9. That might not be a bad move. We'll think about it. I've kind of got other things on my plate right now, but we are definitely going to think about this. Because what I'm thinking is having these little areas for storages. It's a nice thing that I can use, and other things you can put in there are like gas tanks, liquid reservoirs. Yes, I'm perpetually amused by the time the Scottish Highland Gathering and Games happened here in California, when it was over 110 degrees Fahrenheit, which is far hotter than it has ever been in actual Scotland. Yeah. 43C, I think, would kill quite a lot of people in Scotland. And I'm not actually joking about that. There would be an awful lot of people that would die due to heat stroke. Colony achievement earned. To pay the bills. Ah, yes, we completely emptied out the skill tree. Right, we don't strictly need you guys to be doing this, so you can stop for now. We need to get other things done. Right, there we'll do. Is anyone actually going to let that shine bug out? Or are we keeping them there now as a mascot? I don't know. I'm looking forward to the final stream of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Well, I mean, not looking forward to it being the final one, but looking forward to completing that story. Really looking forward to it, actually. Right, well, at the very least, we've got a great haul over here. So morale plus 6 from that, which is very, very welcomed. Now, as I was saying, if we built showers, we could have just 2 showers in here. Followed by a hospital over on this side. Let's plan it out. What's the shortcut command? Oh, it's B. Right, yep. Alright, we would want triage, massage. No, not massage. That's a very nice hospital, that one. Mess table. Sink. And finally, a lavatory. If we had these a bit closer together, I could afford to have a nicer space. Or expand out the showers a little bit. I think I'd expand the showers out a little bit. This way I can still have plenty of decorations and art around just to lift the spirits in these areas. There we go. And finally the triage cot. Right there. There we are. And this way the shower room can be a little further apart. We can have a nice, some nice kind of edifice there. Where we can pop, I don't know, a statue. We could have a portrait, but I'm a little bit iffy on having paintings in the shower room. We'll see. But that should make for a nice little hospital, a nice little shower. We don't need these to be made just yet, so I'm just going to drop these down to the lowest possible priority. But this I would actually like to be made. And we can, on this side, start setting up the new rooms as well. These are things to work on at the very least. Hey Aavak, I'm playing in a Shadowrun campaign, and we're a couple of runs in, playing a Technomancer, but gets -2 fade from compiling, decompiling. Oh, Techno Shaman, sorry, yeah. The GM advised I watched the role for it series. Good stuff. Oh, marvellous, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Things have changed a lot, I hear. What version of Shadowrun are you playing on? Oh wow, what just happened up there? Why is there so much water up here? What on earth occurred? I have no idea, but it is curious.